What's up, guys? Toast again from Fishyaker with another inexpensive lure I picked up, this time off of eBay. It's something I hadn't seen a whole lot of before, but I thought you guys might want to take a look at it. It's about about $1.50 to $2 a piece, but it's pretty unique. So let's take a look. So guys, I picked this up for $1.79, and that includes shipping. Came right to my house from China, like a lot of these weird Chinese lures have been that I've been getting for the last few years. A lot of them are pretty much just junk. Some of them are pretty cool. This one is unique. I think it would fit a purpose, but I don't know. It's got some drawbacks to it. But again, right at about $1.80, so $1.79 shipped to me. I don't see any listed right now individually. I do see some where you can buy like 5 to 10 a piece. What is it? It's basically a stand-up underspin jig head. This is basically what I got. $1.79 shipped right to me. There are a few different sizes to it. I believe the one I have here is 14 gram. It's a pretty decent looking jig head. So here's what it is. You look at it close here in person. It's a stand-up jig head, kind of one of those shovel head jig heads, stand-up jig heads, with an underspin. With your, I guess there's a willow leaf under there. Decent looking little jig head. Price probably about right if it's a decent jig head. Taking a look at it, the mold's actually pretty clean. It's pretty nice. There's no paint or lead blocking the eye on it. The metal of the hook is actually kind of blued. Looks pretty good. Like it's pretty good temper to it. Has a pretty decent tip on it. It's got a little bit of flex, but the hook actually feels a lot higher quality than a lot of these really crummy Chinese lures and stuff we get. The lure keeper, pretty nice. And then looking at the shape again, it's got a shovel head to it. Very similar, like if you go to Bass Pro Shops, I know they got a mold similar to this. Again, it's supposed to be the 14 gram one, but there are several different sizes you can get if you find them in stock. The spinner on it actually feels like a decent little swivel on it. So the spinner will definitely, that'll definitely give it some more action. This already does, though, have a little bit of paint chipping on it. It's got this, like, red, and then it darkens towards the back or the top of the head here into black. It's got a kind of silvery glitter on it, but yeah, it's got a little nick out of the paint already. So it's not the best paint job on this, because I haven't ever used it before. But it actually has a pretty cool profile to it. I like it. Decent quality, except maybe for that paint. Yeah, and it's good. The multicolor there being the black faded down to red with the glitter. Looks good. I like it. Kind of a crawfish, kind of, popular red color presentation for it. Like I said, the blade, not super thick, but feels pretty durable to it. This, when you're actually retrieving it, if you're doing a faster, steady retrieve, it's going to give you that kind of head down presentation, almost like a fish. If they're bottom feeding, like a minnow or something. That's actually kind of cool. Only thing I think, though, is if you're actually fishing it, jigging it, and using it like a stand-up jig head, that blade on there, if you're jigging it every time you stop, yeah, I think it's probably a pretty good chance that's going to snag up on some brush or something down below you. But if you're doing it, just like a swim jig or kind of dragging it kind of at some speed and stuff, that's definitely going to give off some more action. If you're using using this on like a rocky bottom, gravel, stuff like that, that's definitely going to be cool. Like I said, though, if you get this thing around like brush piles and shrubbery and stuff down there, I can just bet that's just more to hang up on, I think, especially just like a cross current. But still really cool. Would I recommend it? I probably would. Might have to repaint them. But if I can find a link, I'll put some links down below. But like I said, when I looked at this last night, there were no individual versions of this for sale on eBay, which is where I got it. But decent looking little jig head if you want to spend about $1.80 on something from overseas, when you might be able to find something that does what you're looking for here in the U.S. domestically. But you don't see a lot of these. I think Tackle Warehouse or somebody had something similar, but it was a slightly different mold. It wasn't that kind of shovel head looking stand up. And the ones that I have seen pretty much have basically an extended arm back here, wire going back before you get to the blade. Probably, again, to keep it from getting snagged up too much, because that looks kind of like a snagging machine if it drifts backwards or something. But pretty cool looking jig head, all things considered. Comes right to you. Don't have to go outside. But this was just having one like this. I'm sure I'm going to lose it probably first time I use it anyway. But it's pretty cool looking. I like the profile. I do like that shovel head style stand-up jig head, especially when I'm using soft plastic craws like in the Susquehanna for smallies. I do like that type of jig head. Also, when I'm in salt water going for tog and stuff like that sometimes with some soft plastic crab presentations are cool. So I like that style of jig head a lot. But like I said, with a spinner on it, it might snag up. It might not. But if I get a chance before I lose it, I'll take it out and throw the GoFish camera on it and see what it actually looks like underwater. But obviously, it's going to perform kind of like that for a kind of, again, head-down presentation. You're going to have action for that spinner. But like I said, stand-up jigging, might get that swinging blade stuck on something. Oh well, like I said, if I can find a link, I'll put it down below. If not, if I find one later, I will then. But be sure to give us that thumbs up, guys. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. Share the video on all your social media outlets, and we'll catch you on the water.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.